Hello friends, welcome to today's class. I have a lovely flow that is all about being strong. So there will be a little bit of core, there will be a little bit of getting our muscles turned on, but it's not going to be anything too intense. So when you're ready, meet me in a seated position. When you're ready, just start to become aware of the breath, deepening the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Deep belly breaths here as we arrive on our mats. Gently opening the eyes if they were closed. Just going to start by warming up the neck by doing some half circles, drawing the chin across the chest, stretching through the back of the neck. Then circling the head, drawing a big circle with the nose, no crunching. Going one way, and then the other. Bringing the head back into center, rolling the shoulders up towards the ears, squeezing the shoulder blades down the body, and then drawing the shoulders down as far away from the ears as they can. And keep on with these shoulder rolls. Breathing deeply. Going the other way. Great. Interlace the fingers, and we're just going to flip one hand so that the fingers point down, the other hand, the fingers are pointing up, and we're just going to apply a little bit of pressure to stretch out the wrists, switch the hands, and you can just move through this with a nice dynamic wrist stretch. Shake out the wrists. We're going to send the legs out in front of us into Dandasana, moving the butt cheeks out of the way if you need to. I always feel like I need to. Bending the right knee, drawing the right ankle just above the ankle onto the top of the left thigh. Going to grab the toes with the fingers and just flex and curl the foot here, warming up the ball of the foot, the toes, the ankle. Oop, got a click. Doing some circles with the ankle. Go as gently as you need to. One direction and then the other direction. Getting my clicky big toe involved as well. Great. Switching the legs then. Bringing the left leg in, holding onto the toes, and we're just gonna extend and curl the toes, moving the ankle as well a little bit. There is going to be a little bit of core today. I promise it's going to be manageable. Circling the ankle one way and then the other. Sending the leg back out into your Dandasana. From here, we are going to roll down with control, starting to use that core already. So we're lying on our backs, bending the knees, drawing the heels up towards the hands, so you can just tickle your heels with your fingers. And we're going to lift up, starting through the glute, rolling up through the vertebrae to come into bridge. Maybe snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back a little bit more, maybe you come into a bind. And we're going to take 5 breaths here, making sure that we're really squeezing through the legs so that the knees aren't kind of shooting out to the side, and really pushing down through our feet to make this a very strong pose. Chin lifts up, the chest is lifting up. The hip points are lifting up, maybe starting to feel that burn. One more breath here. And releasing back down to the mat. Keeping the knees bent, we're going to lift the shins up so they're parallel with the mat. Making sure that the knees aren't drawing in too much. You can do this by pushing your hands into the thighs to push them away a little bit, and that is really going to switch on those lower abs. From here, we are just going to tap our toes down, alternating. Keep breathing. Those lower abs will be working. You'll probably feel it in the glutes, the quads as well. Want to kick it up a notch, you can tap both down at the same time. We'll do 5 more wherever you are. Fab. From here, interlace the hands behind the head, open the elbows out wide. We're going to draw our left knee into the chest as we extend our right leg out, drawing the right armpit, shoulder towards that left knee into some bicycles, and then we're just going to switch through, trying to keep the hips on the mat so we're not sort of rolling around too much like this. Great. Even it out. Release the feet down to the mat. Scooch to one side of your mat, straightening the legs, and roll onto the belly. Very sophisticated yogic transition there. Come into Sphinx. So elbows are down into the mat, forearms pressing down, and they'll just stretch out those abdominals a little bit here. Take a couple of breaths. Lowering down onto your belly, arms are going to come alongside of you. We're going to lift up into locust. So chin and chest are going to lift up, arms are going to lift up, and the legs are going to lift up. If this is a bit too much, palms can come down underneath you. If that's still a bit much, lower the legs and just practice here in baby cobra. If you're well, wherever you are, take 3 deep breaths in here, really squeezing the back body, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the legs. And on an exhale, release. Create a pillow with the arms. Rock those hips from side to side to release that lower back. Planting the palms underneath the shoulders, pushing up, maybe straight into plank if you can. Challenge yourself. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale once more. And exhale, piking those hips up towards the sky to come into down dog. Pedaling those legs out in your down dog. Get as weird as you need to so that you can come into stillness. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. We're going to inhale to lift through a fern the right leg up to the sky into 3-leg dog. Exhaling, bending the knee, shifting the weight forward, drawing that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, send that leg back up, down dog. Exhaling, the right knee is going to come towards the right elbow, squeezing everything here. Inhale, send that leg back up. Exhale, right knee comes to left, elbow across the body, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, leg lifts up, down dog. Exhale, coming back through center, squeeze for a second in the middle before stepping that right foot up in between the hands. Pivoting on that back foot, lifting up, warrior 1. Inhaling to open out into warrior 2. Inhale, shift forward, up and back to reverse your warrior, sinking deeply into that front leg. Inhale to cartwheel the right arm down to the thigh, left arm reaches overhead. If you want to challenge yourself, really sinking into that the right leg to the right knee, lift that right arm off the leg. Maybe you extend it so it's next to your arms. Sorry, I'm facing away from the camera. Inhaling and exhaling here, 3 breaths. Trying to rotate the chest open even a little bit more, sinking deeper into that front leg. 1 more inhale here. And exhale, palms come down to the ground, opening up through the right arm to twist. Exhale, palm comes down to the ground, stepping back to plank. We're going to inhale here. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down, maybe through chaturanga to up dog, maybe all the way down to your belly to cobra or baby cobra. Shifting back into your downward dog. Left leg lifts up on an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, shifting forward, rounding through, drawing that knee to the nose. Inhale, lift up, down dog, 3-leg dog, sorry. Exhale, bending the knee, drawing it to the left elbow. Inhale, lift up, 3-leg dog. Exhaling, drawing that the knee over to the right elbow, twisting, squeezing. Inhaling, 3-leg dog. Exhale, squeeze through the center, maybe pause for a minute before you step the left foot through. Pivot on that back foot, lifting up into warrior 1. Inhale to open out into your warrior two. Strong legs here, strong warrior, strong back, drawing the shoulders open. The chest open, really. Inhale to shift forward, up and back, to reverse your warrior, sinking into that front knee. Hand can be on the thigh or on the calf. Inhale, cartwheel that left arm over. Maybe the left arm is going to come to that thigh, stretching that right arm overhead to get that side stretch. Maybe we're really going to challenge ourselves and lift that left arm away. Really challenging our obliques here, trying to draw that right side open even more. I am shaking. One more, inhale here, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release the palms down to the ground, opening up through the left arm to twist. Exhale, the palm comes down, step back into plank, inhale here, and exhale, inhale here, exhale, lower down. Take your flow, whatever variation you would like. And we'll meet in down dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Look forward. Step forward. Half lift. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale. Arms up overhead. Exhale. Release the arms down to the side. From the top of your mat, we are going to ground our right foot down into the earth. So lifting our, got some very cute doggos whooping at me, lifting the toes and spreading them down onto the mat to really create that lovely foundation that is going to really help us in this balancing pose. From here, we're going to start to shift our weight into the right leg, lifting the left toes up so that maybe just the tippy toes are on the mat. If this is already feeling quite challenging, like you're pushing yourself on the balance, stay here practicing. Maybe practice lifting that leg off the floor, up and down. This is hard. It's really going to be creating that strength in that leg, and it's going to be testing our balance. If you want a slight variation on that, open the left knee out to the side. So we're opening up the inner thigh, shining forward. We're going to draw the sole of the foot in towards the ankle. The tippy toes are still on the ground, helping a little bit with that balance. And we're going to stay here. This is tree pose, Vaksasana. Wonderful. It's hard. Really having to squeeze your glutes there. Very strong leg, engaging the quad here, engaging the glute in the left side to draw that knee open. Maybe we take it a step further, lifting the sole of the foot onto the calf, squeezing the calf and the foot together to help create that balance, really drawing that tailbone underneath you by engaging that lower core. Everything is strong here. Maybe we go a little bit further, drawing that foot up towards the inner thigh and pressing the foot into the inner thigh. It's very, very active here between these two parts of your body. So pretty much everything is from about here down is squeezing. Hands, they can come into Anjali Mudra, prayer. They can be on your waist. They can reach up into the full expression of Vaksasana. And we'll hold for around 5 breaths. If you've held for 5 breaths already, feel free to come out. It's a long time to hold. Really imagining that you're a strong tree here. I'm in the forest today with the gorgeous, magnificent redwoods. So I'm going to pretend that I'm a redwood standing majestically here in the forest. Also, to help with your balance, you can find a drishti, which is a point that you're going to focus your gaze on. One more breath in here. And exhale to release. Shake out those legs. My right glute is definitely talking to me. And we're going to move over to that left side. So spreading the left foot. This is really good foundation to start with any balancing pose. If you're on your hands, if you're on your feet, wherever, think about that foundation. So really trying to spread the amount of surface area in that foot that you're going to have to actually balance on. Shifting the weight into that left leg, lifting the right foot up so you're just on your tippy toes. Stay here, or opening out that the right knee, bringing the foot in towards the ankle, the calf, or up to the inner thigh. Really here, squeezing the inner thigh and the foot in towards each other, activating that right glute to draw that knee out to open the hips up even more. Finding your drishti, engaging your lower abs, so you're tucking that tailbone under, and breathe wherever you are in this pose. I have a much more wobbly left leg, so balancing on my left leg is always a little bit more skewy than my right. And also, really depends on the day. Some days I can balance so easily, it's all great. And then some days I can't even hold a second. So just really give yourself some grace here. Whatever you're contending with today, whatever your body needs from you today, try to be kind to it. Good. On your next exhale, releasing everything, give it all a lovely shake out. If you are in Tadasana at the top of your mat, great, we'll all meet there. We're going to step the right foot open out, the toes are going to be pointing roughly towards the corners of the mat, and we're going to sink down into Goddess. Modify how wide your legs need to be depending on your leg length, and we're going to be sinking down here. Last little bit on the old quad strength, get a little bit of a burn going. Your hands can be on the thighs, they can be on the waist, they can be Anjali Mudra, yogi's choice. Maybe you want to make it a little bit dynamic today. Maybe you pulse up and down. Maybe you're just in stillness. Feel the shake, feel the burn. Use the breath to deal with all of those sensations. Inhale, straighten the legs, turning the toes in so that the feet are parallel with the edge of the mat. Hands come to the waist, and we're going to fold forward to halfway. Holding here, using the strength in the back, and exhaling to let it all go, folding forward. I'm going to widen my legs a little bit here, and I'm just going to let it all hang down to the ground. Palms can be on the floor or on blocks. Fingertips, you can grab the toes with the fingers, drawing yourself in a little bit deeper, walking the palms through, or you can just make it a little bit softer. You can sway side to side. On an inhale, lifting up to halfway, bringing the hands to the hips. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhale, lifting up, maybe heel toeing the feet in a little bit before stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms above overhead, big stretch. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, we're going to walk the feet out a little bit wider than the mat and sink down into a yogic squat or malasana. This might be really challenging for you if you want to actually sit on something, if you stack a bunch of pillows or something up so you can sit on it. Maybe your ankles have lifted up. That's absolutely fine. It really takes quite a lot of ankle and hip flexibility to get here. So it's one to work towards. Wherever you are here in a yogic squat, take a couple of breaths in and out. Fingertips are going to come behind us and we're going to come back onto our bums. That might be quite a hard transition, so just make it your own. Sending the legs out in front of us. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And exhale to fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Here you can use a strap, or maybe you have an item of clothing you can loop around the feet to be able to give you a bit more length, to be able to work towards drawing yourself into this pose. But don't push yourself too hard here. This is more of a passive stretch, just to release the back body here. Scoot the bum a little bit further down the mat so we can roll down onto our backs, drawing the knees up towards the chest, rock from side to side, maybe draw some circles, giving a little bit of a massage to the sacroiliac joints, the hips there, the lower back. Let the knees drop to one side, any side. Maybe you open the opposite arm out, coming into a nice supine twist here. Really slowing our breathing down here as we prepare for Savasana. Some people say our final resting pose, our final pose. Sounds a little bit morbid. It is called corpse pose, I guess. Bringing the knees back into the center and letting them fall to the opposite side, and maybe opening out that opposite arm, opening up. Drawing the knees back to center, extend the legs down the mat, palms facing up, toes falling out to the sides, close the eyes down, and let your body just sink into the mat here. Let it relax completely. If you want to stay here in Savasana for longer, enjoy. If you've got a little bit less time and you need to get moving and grooving, you can roll onto your right side and push yourself up into a seated position, or my personal preference is to do a few rock and rolls. It just feels really nice on my back. Come up to a seat. Take a last couple of deep breaths together here. Inhaling, exhaling, bringing the hands Anjali Mudra. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely, bowing the head to the hands. Namaste.